What if the reason you feel drained is not because you love too much, but because you are trying to hold on to something Allah never asked you to chase? What if the anxiety, the overthinking, the constant fear of losing them is not a sign that it's destiny, but a sign that you are forcing what was never written? Be honest with yourself. How many times have you lowered your standards just to keep someone? How many times have you stayed silent when you felt disrespected, just because you were afraid they might walk away? How many nights have you stared at your phone, waiting for a message, praying they would choose you, while forgetting that if Allah already chose it for you, no one could take it away? Listen carefully. If it is truly meant, it will not humiliate you. If it is written in your Qadr, you will not have to beg for it. If it is from Allah, it will come with clarity, peace, and dignity, not desperation, confusion, and fear. Today, we are going to talk about the truth most people are afraid to accept. What is truly yours will not require you to lose yourself to keep it. If you have to chase it, it was never written for you. Let me ask you something honestly. Why are you running after something that Allah never asked you to beg for? Why are you losing sleep, overthinking every message, checking your phone again and again when trying to hold on to someone who keeps stepping back? If it is truly written in your Qadr, you will not need to exhaust your heart trying to secure it. Yes, effort is part of life. Islam teaches us to try, to work, to take action. But there is a big difference between healthy effort and desperate chasing. Effort feels calm. You speak clearly. You show interest. You act with respect. Desperation feels heavy. You are afraid to lose them. You keep proving yourself. You keep explaining your worth. You keep trying harder every time they become distant. Chasing someone who keeps pulling away is not love. It is fear. And fear is not tawakkul. Tawakkul means you trust Allah. It means you believe that what He has written for you cannot miss you, and what He has not written for you cannot stay, no matter how hard you try. Think about risk. Your sustenance does not run away from you. The job written for you will come in its time. The money written for you will reach you. The spouse written for you will not disappear because you stopped begging. Allah is not weak. His decree does not depend on your panic. If you are constantly chasing, constantly proving, constantly trying to hold something that keeps slipping, pause. Take a step back. Ask yourself, why do I feel like I have to fight so hard just to be valued? Why do I feel like I must convince someone to choose me? Maybe Allah is protecting you. Maybe He sees what you cannot see. Maybe He knows that if you get what you're chasing right now, it will break you later. Sometimes the distance you hate is a mercy you do not understand yet. When something is truly meant for you, there is movement from both sides. There is effort from both hearts. You are not the only one trying. You are not the only one caring. You are not the only one afraid of losing it. What is written for you will not require humiliation. It will not demand that you lower your standards. It will not ask you to forget your dignity. You will not need to beg for attention, respect, or clarity. If you have to chase it like you are afraid it will escape, then maybe it was never yours to begin with. What is meant for you will move toward you in a way that allows you to keep your head high, your heart calm, and your trust in Allah strong. Allah does not write love that destroys your dignity. Listen carefully to this. Allah does not write a love story for you that requires you to lose your self-respect to keep it alive. Many people think love means sacrifice at any cost. They think if they endure enough pain, tolerate enough disrespect, and stay silent long enough, it will eventually become real. But there is a difference between patience and humiliation. Patience strengthens your heart. Humiliation weakens it. If being with someone constantly makes you feel small, insecure, ignored, or ashamed, that is not a sign of destiny. Allah is Al-Karim, the most generous. He is Al-Adl, the most just. He does not decree something for you that destroys your dignity just to teach you a lesson. Real love that comes from Allah protects your honor. It does not make you beg for basic communication. It does not make you question your value every few days. It does not make you feel like you are too much for asking for clarity. It does not punish you for expressing your needs. Ask yourself honestly, when you think about this person, do you feel respected? Do you feel secure? Or do you feel anxious, afraid of saying the wrong thing, afraid they might leave at any moment? If your heart is constantly tense, that is not sakina. And what comes from Allah brings sakina, even if it comes with tests. Tests from Allah refine you. They do not degrade you. There is a huge difference. A test may delay things. It may require growth. It may require patience, but it will never require you to accept disrespect as normal. It will never require you to lose your sense of worth just to keep someone from walking away. Sometimes we stay because we are scared. Scared of being alone. Scared of starting over. Scared that maybe this is the best we will ever get. But fear is not a sign that something is written. It is often a sign that you are attached to the outcome more than you are trusting the one who controls it. If you have to constantly shrink yourself to fit into someone's comfort, that is not love written by Allah. If you feel embarrassed by how they treat you, but you still stay because you are afraid to lose them, that is not divine alignment. That is emotional dependency. Allah honors the believer. He does not write disgrace for the one who trusts him. The right love will make you feel safe to speak, safe to set boundaries, safe to express your thoughts without being mocked or ignored. It will not make you compete for attention. It will not keep you in a state of confusion. It will not make you feel like you are asking for too much when you simply ask for respect. Never forget this: your dignity is not separate from your deen. Protecting your honor is part of your faith, and Allah does not command you to destroy your dignity in order to receive something that is truly meant for you. If it is written, it will arrive in a way that lifts you, not lowers you. If it is from Allah, it will increase your peace, not your humiliation. And if something is constantly breaking your sense of worth, maybe Allah is not writing that as your destiny, but as your lesson to walk away. Confusion is not a sign from Allah. Many people think that if something feels intense, emotional, and complicated, it must be destiny. They think the confusion, the mixed signals, the constant guessing means it is deep. But listen carefully. Confusion is not a sign from Allah. Allah is not the author of chaos in your heart. When something is from Him, even if it is delayed, even if it requires patience, there is a type of calm inside you. There is sakina. There is steadiness. You may not know every detail of the future, but you are not living in daily doubt about your worth. If you are always asking yourself, do they really care? Why are they acting different? Did I do something wrong? Why am I always unsure where I stand? This is not clarity. And what is written for you does not keep you trapped in constant uncertainty. Yes, life has tests. Yes, relationships require communication and growth. But there is a difference between a normal misunderstanding and a pattern of confusion. When confusion becomes the foundation, something is wrong. Allah says He guides whom He wills. Guidance brings light. Light brings clarity. So if your heart feels dark, anxious, and lost every day in the same situation, then ask yourself honestly, is this bringing me closer to peace or further away from it? Sometimes we become addicted to the emotional highs and lows. When they give attention, we feel excited. When they pull away, we feel panic. And we call that deep connection. But that is not depth. That is emotional instability. Real alignment feels steady. You are not decoding messages. You are not overanalyzing their last seen status. You are not losing sleep because you do not know if you matter. When someone truly values you, you will feel it clearly. Not perfectly, but clearly. If you constantly feel confused, it may not be destiny testing you. It may be Allah showing you that this path is not written for your peace. Remember this: Allah does not play games with your heart. He does not send someone into your life to constantly disturb your mind without purpose. If something is from Him, even the difficulties will have wisdom and growth attached to them, or as they will not leave you feeling worthless. Confusion often comes when you are trying to force something that is not aligned. You ignore red flags. You ignore your intuition. You ignore how tired you feel. And you keep telling yourself, maybe this is just a test. But not every painful situation is a test to stay. Sometimes it is a sign to step back. When Allah writes something for you, there will be effort from both sides. There will be honesty. There will be respect. You will not feel like you are in a constant guessing game. Destiny does not whisper one day and disappear the next. What is meant for you may require patience, but it will not destroy your peace. If your heart is always confused, always anxious, always uncertain, do not call it fate too quickly. Sometimes the most powerful act of faith is accepting that what brings constant confusion is not from Allah, and trusting that what He truly writes for you will come with clarity, calm, and confidence, or what is meant for you will not make you compete. Let me speak to the part of you that feels like you are always trying to win someone over, always trying to be better, more attractive, more understanding, more patient, just so they choose you. If you constantly feel like you are in competition for someone's attention, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, why do I feel like I have to prove my worth again and again? Why do I feel like I am being compared? Why do I feel like I could be replaced at any time? What is meant for you will not make you compete for your position. When Allah writes something for you, it comes with clarity of choice. You are not an option. You are not one name on a list. You are not someone they keep around just in case something better does not appear. When it is truly written, you are chosen with intention, not hesitation. Competition creates insecurity. It makes you doubt yourself. It makes you question if you are enough. It makes you look at others and compare your value to theirs. And comparison slowly destroys your peace. But listen carefully. Your value does not increase or decrease based on someone's indecision. If someone truly sees you as part of their future, they will not keep you in a silent audition. They will not make you feel like you are one mistake away from being replaced. They will not keep reminding you that they have other options. When something is aligned by Allah, There is respect in how you are treated. There is clarity in intention. You do not have to fight for your place. You do not have to outperform others to feel secure. Sometimes people say, if you want it, fight for it. Yes, fight for your goals. Fight for your growth. Fight for your dreams. But you should not have to fight for basic respect. You should not have to fight for someone to see your worth. If you feel like you are constantly competing with their past, their friends, their attention, their phone, or even strangers online, that is not stability. That is insecurity growing inside you. And insecurity is not from Allah. Sakina is from Allah. The person written for you will protect your heart, not test it with unnecessary jealousy. They will reassure you, not threaten you with comparison. They will make you feel chosen, not tolerated. Remember this clearly. If you are meant for each other, both of you will be moving toward each other. Both of you will be protecting the connection. Both of you will be careful not to hurt each other's dignity. You are not meant to beg someone to see your value. You are not meant to compete for your own place in someone's life. What is written for you will come with certainty. It will come with clear intention. And it will allow you to stand confidently, knowing you were chosen without rivalry, without games, and without fear of being replaced. Repeated humiliation is a sign to step back. There is a difference between one mistake and a pattern. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone has moments of weakness. But when disrespect becomes normal, when being ignored becomes common, when you are constantly made to feel small, embarrassed, or unimportant, that is no longer a mistake. That is a pattern. And repeated humiliation is not a test to stay. It is often a sign to step back. Some people confuse saber with silent suffering. They think being patient means tolerating everything. They tell themselves, maybe this is my test. Maybe I just need to endure more. But Islam does not teach you to accept ongoing disrespect as a form of worship. Sabr is about trusting Allah while doing what is right. It is not about allowing someone to repeatedly damage your dignity. If someone embarrasses you in front of others, dismisses your feelings, ignores your presence, and speaks to you harshly, or makes you feel like you are always the problem, and this keeps happening, do not ignore that pain. Your heart feels it for a reason. Allah gave you self-worth. Protecting it is not arrogance. It is responsibility. When humiliation happens once, you can address it. You can communicate. You can forgive. But when it becomes repeated, when your dignity is constantly shaken, that is a warning sign. Ask yourself honestly, do I feel respected here? Do I feel valued? Or do I feel tolerated? If you constantly feel embarrassed for caring too much, ashamed for asking simple questions, scared to express your needs because you might be mocked or dismissed, that is not healthy love. Love that is written for you does not crush your spirit. Sometimes Allah allows you to experience discomfort so you can see clearly. Not every closed door is a punishment. Not every painful moment is a command to endure. Sometimes it is redirection. Like repeated humiliation slowly changes you. You become quieter. You become more anxious. You start walking carefully. You stop being yourself. And one day, you realize you no longer recognize who you are. That is not what Allah wants for you. The Prophet taught kindness, mercy, and respect. A relationship that constantly strips you of dignity does not reflect those values. You are not meant to beg someone to treat you properly. Stepping back is not weakness. It is wisdom. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is remove yourself from a situation that keeps hurting you, even if your heart still feels attached, because protecting your dignity is more important than holding on to something that keeps breaking it. If humiliation keeps repeating, it is not a sign to try harder. It may be a sign that Allah is telling you gently, this is not where your honor belongs. What Allah has written will arrive without you. Begging. There is something you must understand deeply. You do not have to beg for what Allah has already written for you. Think about that carefully. If something is part of your Qadr, if it is truly included in your rizq, it will reach you. Not because you chased it perfectly, not because you panicked enough, not because you begged someone to stay, but because Allah decided it was yours. Sometimes we act as if the decree of Allah is fragile, as if it can disappear if we do not hold it tightly enough, as if we must force people to choose us, or we will lose what was meant. But Allah's decree is not weak. It does not depend on your desperation. Yes, you must make effort. Islam teaches us to take action. You make dua. You improve yourself. You communicate clearly. You try in a healthy way. But there is a line between effort and begging. Begging is when you feel like you are lowering yourself, just to keep someone from walking away. So begging is when you ignore your own pain, just to maintain a connection. Begging is when you feel ashamed of how much you are trying while they barely move. What Allah has written will not require you to humiliate yourself to receive it. Look at how rizq works. The food written for you will reach you. The opportunities written for you will come at their time. The people written for your life will cross your path in ways you did not expect. You do not need to chase your rizq in fear that it will vanish. The Prophet taught that if the entire world gathered to prevent something written for you, they could not stop it. And if they gathered to give you something not written for you, they could not give it. This means what is yours cannot be stolen. So why are you acting like you must fight for crumbs? If someone makes you feel like you must beg for basic attention, basic clarity, basic respect, pause and think. Is this something Allah would write for you in a way that strips your dignity? Or are you trying to force something that is not aligned? Sometimes the delay is from Allah, and delay is not denial. But even in delay, there is honor. You may wait. You may grow. You may be tested. But you will not feel degraded every day. When something is truly written, it will come in a way that feels natural. Doors will open smoothly. Conversations will become clear. Effort will be mutual. You will not feel like you are dragging the entire connection alone. And here is the powerful truth. When you stop begging people and start trusting Allah, your heart becomes lighter. You no longer panic when someone pulls away. You no longer feel desperate to secure something that is uncertain. You say, Ya Allah, if it is written for me, bring it in a way that honors me. And if it is not written, remove my attachment to it. That is real tawakkul. You are not meant to beg someone to choose you. You are not meant to beg someone to see your value. You are not meant to beg someone to stay. What Allah has written will arrive at the right time, in the right way, without you losing your dignity in the process. And when it arrives, you will realize that you never had to beg for what was always yours. Self-respect is an act of tawakkul. Many people think self-respect means pride. They think if you stop chasing, stop begging, and stop tolerating half effort, you are being arrogant. But that is not arrogance. That is tawakkul. Tawakkul means you trust Allah completely. It means you believe that what He has written for you cannot miss you, and what has missed you was never meant for you. When you truly understand this, you stop clinging to people out of fear. Self-respect is not about thinking you are better than others. It is about knowing your worth comes from Allah, not from someone's approval. When you lower yourself just to keep someone in your life, you are not practicing love. You are practicing fear, and fear shows a lack of trust. When you stand firm in your dignity, you are saying, Ya Allah, I trust you more than I trust my desperation. I trust that if this is good for me, you will make it stay. And if it is not good for me, you will remove it. That is powerful faith. Self-respect means you do not beg for basic communication. You do not chase someone who keeps running. You do not accept disrespect just because you are afraid to be alone. You do not shrink yourself to make someone else comfortable. Instead, you choose to remain steady. You choose to speak calmly. You choose to walk away when your dignity is repeatedly harmed. Not because you do not care, but because you trust Allah more than you fear loss. Think about this deeply. If you truly believe that Allah is Al-Razak, the provider, then you believe He can provide you with love, companionship, and a spouse without you humiliating yourself for it. If you truly believe He is Al-Hakim, the most wise, then you trust that His timing is better than your panic. Every time you refuse to lower your standards just to keep someone, you are practicing tawakkul. Every time you say no to disrespect, you are honoring the value Allah gave you. Every time you step back instead of chasing, you are declaring that your trust is in Allah, not in human control. Self-respect protects your heart from becoming desperate. It protects you from attaching your entire peace to one person. It reminds you that your worth does not increase when someone chooses you, and it does not decrease when someone walks away. When you live with this mindset, something shifts inside you. You become calmer. You stop over-explaining. You stop trying to convince people of your value. You stop forcing connections that feel one-sided. And when you stop forcing, or what is not meant begins to fall away naturally. Self-respect is not closing your heart. It is guarding it wisely. It is understanding that Allah did not create you to beg for love. It is trusting that the one who created your heart is fully capable of bringing the right heart to it, without you having to lose yourself in the process. Peace is the final sign, it is written. In the end, the clearest sign that something is truly meant for you is not intensity. It is not obsession. It is not the constant rush of emotions. It is peace, real peace. Not the kind you fake in front of others, not the kind you try to convince yourself you feel, but the quiet calm that settles in your chest when you think about it. When something is truly written by Allah for you, it does not constantly disturb your heart. It does not keep you in daily anxiety. It does not make you afraid that one small mistake will make everything disappear. There is a sense of security, even if everything is not perfect yet. Peace does not mean there are no tests. Every relationship will have challenges. Every meaningful connection requires effort. But even in the tests, there is steadiness. There is respect. There is emotional safety. You are not walking on eggshells. You are not afraid to speak. You are not overthinking every silence. You are not losing sleep because you do not know where you stand. Instead, you feel grounded. You feel valued. You feel calm enough to focus on your life, your deen, your growth, without feeling like your entire happiness depends on controlling this one situation. That peace is not random. It is a mercy from Allah. Allah places sakina in the hearts when something is aligned. It is a gift. It is protection. It is reassurance that you are not forcing something outside of your qadr. If you constantly feel chaos, tightness in your chest, fear of being replaced, fear of being abandoned, you fear of not being enough, that is not peace. And if there is no peace, you must question whether this is truly written or whether you are holding on out of attachment. What is truly meant for you will not cost you your mental health. It will not destroy your confidence. It will not make you feel unworthy. You will not have to beg for reassurance every week. You will not feel like you are surviving instead of living. Instead, you will feel safe. Even during difficult conversations, even during moments of growth, there will be a foundation of mutual respect and clarity. And here is something very important. Peace also means surrender. When something is truly written, you are not obsessed with controlling the outcome. You are not trying to force timelines. You are not panicking about every delay. You trust that Allah is handling what you cannot see. You say, Ya Allah, if this is good for me, keep it. If it is not, remove it. And you feel calm saying that. That calmness is a sign of strong tawakkul. In the end, love that is meant for you will feel safe, clear, and dignified. It will not humiliate you. It will not exhaust you. It will not make you feel like you are constantly fighting to be chosen. If it is truly meant, it will arrive with peace in your heart, strength in your faith, and dignity in your steps. And when you feel that peace, you will not have to question it. You will simply know. Before you leave, remember this deeply. You were not created to beg for love. You were not created to compete for your place in someone's life. You were not created to feel small, just to keep someone from leaving. Allah did not design your heart to live in humiliation. If it is truly written for you, it will not require you to lose your dignity to receive it. It will not force you to chase it in fear. It will not make you question your worth every night before you sleep. What is meant for you will honor you. What is meant for you will respect you. What is meant for you will come in a way that strengthens your faith, not weakens your confidence. So stop running after what keeps running from you. Stop proving yourself to people who are unsure about you. Stop lowering your standards just because you are afraid of being alone. Stand still. Stand firm. Trust Allah. If it is yours, it will arrive without you humiliating yourself for it. And if it leaves, let it go with your head high, knowing that what Allah removes was never meant to stay. Because what is truly written does not come through desperation. It comes through dignity. And the one who trusts Allah never loses what was meant for them.